Second coffee, Andres?
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a light one, filter one.
Do you crash in the afternoon? Usually?
Steady, always.
You always?
Always. I just work out.
Yeah.
I just work out.
You don't crash or you do crash?
I do crash, hence I just work out.
Ah.
What time do you work out?
I try to work out midday when I crash.
Midday?
Yeah, midday is always when I crash. So between like 12 and 2, there's always a crash.
I'm doing now like workout probably at 5 p.m. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Before or 6, 7 before dinner.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's really nice. The only problems I have with evening workouts are, first of all, the gyms are always full, but
I
don't go at home.
Yeah.
Exactly. But also the second thing is sleeping. It's sleeping.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I like in the morning, but it's not always realistic.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of factors that goes into picking what time you work out. Like during the holidays when we don't have classes, I can work out whenever I feel like.
So what would you say? Like I'm doing now every second day.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
I think that's solid. Every second day is 4 times a week.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even calculate which day. I just know last day I did. This day I'm not. I kind of like go every second day.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to build it. Honestly, that you're not thinking about too much. I think conventional wisdom is just most times very dumb. So it's good how you're doing it.
Sometimes people do like an A/B program, right? So you have a B
right
program and an A program, and then you go back and forth.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm only building right now upper body.
Okay.
And Rasmus told me I need to also build my legs.
No legs.
I'm using them for walking every day anyway.
Exactly. You don't need legs.
Nah, you need
and
to.
running sometimes.
I'm not trying to out one of our friends, but one of our friends that I definitely know has been working out for a while. I was like, we went to the gym together. No, it's not that. It's not that. But we went to the gym together, and I was like, bro, you don't work out legs? He was like, nah, bro, I don't. I was like, you don't. And I'm like here working out legs consistently.
Is this a teenager?
No, he's not a teenager.
Okay.
And I was like, bro, you don't work out legs? Like
it always shows that you are doing it for the wrong reason. Right?
Doing it for those girls.
I
Summer's coming.
Guys, work out legs.
I know.
It's funny. I did this program when I was 18 or something. That was legs every workout, and that was like from the last episode, like discipline. That was like how the discipline made it fun. Because then after like some weeks, you got pretty good at doing squats.
Yeah,
then it was really fun.
Yeah, bro. Like legs are quite fulfilling. I won't even lie to you. Generally, you know.
Use the whole body.
Are you doing abs? As well?
I'm always most times doing a full body split the entire time. So it's always like full body because I think that's how I.
Isn't it good to give rest time as well? Like or meaning that's why I do it every second day. But I feel like also you can alternate, right? Like one day.
You can, exactly. But I think for me it's always like trying to, I'm always this thing of like I'm not trying to peak. I'm trying to grow the foundation, right? So I feel like everybody's like, how quickly can I quickly hit my max? I'm like, no, I don't even want to find out what my max is. I just want to keep on hitting low weights, making sure the small muscle groups are built individually. So you widen the foundation. So it's like, if it goes wider, then when it finally goes up, it's like up. Some people are just like this.
Talking to the mic.
You know? Right? It's like, people are like this way, and then it's like up. Whereas it's like, if you go this way, then the peak is higher. You know what I mean?
The
larger the foundation.
I like that example. Can we do it on YouTube? Like, you see these lines coming?
I'm not editing that. I'm not editing that.
That's like After Effects. You gotta go to After Effects and then draw the thing.
Yeah,
exactly. I was gonna say for the audio listeners, Joshua is moving the mic because he's doing big arm movements.
Pyramid. He's doing a pyramid.
So
the whole idea, foundation.
Pyramid, so that's why the mic is disappearing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the sound just disappeared. But think about a pyramid starting from the middle and then going. So the larger the foundation, the higher the peak. So people are always trying to get like
wisdom, quickly
hit the peak. So it's like, oh, boom, boom, boom. I hit good reps today. Boom, let's quickly hit the max. Whereas like I think people who stay for the long term are widening the foundation, and when they finally go for the peak or when they finally get the payouts, it's way higher because the foundation is wider.
That's a good segue to Joshua's new book, The Pyramid Scheme.
Guys,
and
it's my
course coming up next week.
597,000 per month. Yeah, exactly. You get everything.
How to build a pyramid.
How to build a pyramid scheme. We'll show you how to run it. MLM, everything. Cash flow straight from the bottom. Buy my course.
The pyramid.
Someone will buy it.
Probably. That's okay. I'm not getting into that. All right. Podcast number 5, right?
Yeah.
Second season.
Yeah.
Season 2.
I'm listening to a podcast that forgot what number it is every month. So they're saying episode 100 now for 6 weeks in a row. Like we can do the same. Welcome to episode 5. Yeah, it's exciting. Today we have a funny topic.
Yeah.
Funny because I don't think we three have talked about this any time together.
Ever.
Maybe we mentioned it, but not not really had a talk about it.
But I feel like everybody's going to enjoy this episode.
Yeah.
These are just things that.
Okay, don't hype it up too much, then we have to deliver something really good.
No, I'm just saying though, like according to the stats, this is just like everything that has to do with love, relationships, and girls.
True.
Everybody just shows up for it.
But okay, that's good. That's a good point. So the topic today is love languages.
Love.
Mm-hmm.
But it's important. It's also about any relationship. You know.
It's
So
not.
I just
it's-
want to set that foundation,
Yeah.
because yes, it is love languages, but in friendship is some kind of love. It's
so
a friendship
right now
love.
you're spreading like a foundation that goes like that, right?
Exactly, and then
And then a high peak.
I'm
the,
done.
the pyramid scheme.
Pyramid.
I'm done.
I already read the books. I know
Pyramid
everything.
scheme, guys.
Yes. So
Radicals.
did we do the intro? Welcome to the non-Berlin.
Berlin-
Berliners,
Berliners.
guys, welcome. Smiling.
Yes, I think we already did the intro, but we did
Yeah,
it
yeah,
again.
it doesn't matter.
Now, welcome. Excited to do this one. I'm sitting here with
Andres.
my friends,
Yeah,
with my
Joshua.
Andres and Isak.
Annie, Josh, and Isak.
Exactly.
And we got a 40-year-old, we got a 20-year-old, we got a 30-year-old.
Walking
We're
into
pretty
the
much
future.
covering,
That's 3 decades,
I don't know the percentage, 60% of the world.
practically.
Within 3 decades and 2 generations or 3
Yeah,
almost. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
probably.
The math is correct, right? Yeah. And we always mention, like, why are we doing this podcast? Why should you listen to this podcast? Like, why should you spend time listening to us three?
Guys,
It's a good question. I'm not sure, actually, why you should.
I
do it.
ask my question that all the time.
Exactly. Why should you?
But sure. No, but the thing I like the most is that you usually don't get this what you just highlighted, 3 generations type of thing
Yep.
yeah.
or decades in one conversation. So I really learn a lot as well, and I
Yes.
think like from our conversations, like it's really good to see like different age groups when Joshua bring the TikTok wisdom,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
we challenge that,
Exactly. And sometimes Joshua sounds like the
Yeah.
boomer, but it's actually the younger.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's a good dynamic,
Boomer-
we
boomer
got the
Josh.
boomer, we got the millennial, we got the actually
Yeah,
we're both
yeah.
millennial, but
Yeah.
in this context you're a boomer.
Yeah, that's good.
So
Round it up.
He
Yeah.
said
That's good.
No, that's great. Exactly. So the purpose of our podcast is to try to bring different perspectives.
Yeah.
We're doing our best, trying to. I think everyone can bring their own perspective
Yeah.
anytime. Doesn't mean that it's a good perspective, but you're bringing your baggage or what you learned
Yeah.
to the table, and through that you're gonna have different opinions. And we believe it's really important to listen to people's opinions and then make your own decision.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not important to just listen to an opinion and then take it on. Like, people have crap opinions.
Yeah.
We have some crap opinions, probably. Most likely.
Most
Hopefully
likely.
not too many.
Challenge it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And nice comment, a constructive comment.
Gets more likes.
Yeah.
The
Because
comment
angry
gets-
comments we delete quickly. I ban you. But constructive comments are welcome.
Yeah. Even with different opinions.
Even with different
Yeah.
opinions, especially.
Yeah.
Especially.
Good.
You can pretend that you're the 4th person here. We can't talk to you right now, but you can comment.
Yeah.
It's called parasocial relationship.
Exactly. It's one-sided.
It's when the listener thinks that they're in a relationship with someone just because they see it on a screen.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I think
Very
I
unhealthy.
I think it's healthy. I don't know.
No, it's
Hey.
definitely.
No, but I have to say one thing, right? Here.
Okay.
I think I develop relationship with people I listen to.
I know, definitely.
And it kind of like, because even if they don't know me, I like it.
Yeah.
Because it's not that I don't like that they don't know me, but I like that I get to learn and know someone else through listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than just like a 10 minutes.
But it's not a relationship because there's nothing coming back.
Yeah.
Maybe I need some
It's
help.
one-sided.
Maybe
Or-
I'm-
No, I
no,
agree.
but yeah.
No, the opposite.
Yeah.
You're not giving
Right.
them
You're not giving
anything.
any-
I'm
Also,
giving
they
them
don't want any.
my like, my
No, but that's not
consistency.
necessarily true. They are getting a lot back. The amount of money those guys are making from sponsorships.
Yeah, but money and relationship is not the same thing.
I'm just saying. You say they didn't get anything back. They're like getting a lot of things
It's a
back.
business relationship.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a transaction.
It's a transaction.
Yeah, but it's true. Like, you are never challenged in that relationship. A relationship usually has not only like a nice listening way.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
has like a speak back.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tell someone
But
that
so how do you call it? It's not a relationship then? It's
Parasocial.
Parasocial. It's
Okay.
called.
it's one-sided.
I don't know why it's called. What para means.
parasocial.
I just know that is what it's called.
Is it gonna be in your book as well?
Guys, buy my course.
But it's an interesting topic because parasocial relationships is like people watching streamers and
Yeah.
then they see them on the city, and they become really weird because they feel like they know each other, you know.
It has always existed something like that, right? Like with
Yeah, of course.
Hollywood actors or anything, right?
Always, yeah.
for sure.
Always.
You just think you know people.
I mean, in a super tiny version, I can also hear it when I talk to someone that listens to the podcast because they know all my stories from the podcast.
Yeah.
But I never told it to them. So they know like all these facts about us, which is really funny.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Yeah.
It's like you are invited into a conversation that you are not present there, but you are listening, but you are not participating maybe. But that's why maybe like just suggesting topics or writing comments, I mean, it's not the same as building a relationship, but if we meet in person, like...
And when having something public like this, anyone can listen to it. So if for some stupid reason, some random person thinks this is interesting, they can listen to it, know everything about us, then see us on the street, and just recognize us. It's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing. But also, funny
funny.
enough, like I think me being on the other side, I actually enjoy it from time to time. Like I'm not like consuming from a lot of people at the same time, but the people I choose to actively, I enjoy it. I think
also like for me, same as you, Joshua. For me, like also the consistency of the words, what I follow, what I listen to, it kind of like develops. You see their thoughts developing. You see that they're consistent with everything they say. You kind of like build trust.
Yeah.
In a way that person has influence in your life, and I think it's actually a huge responsibility because some people are gonna make decisions on their lives based on things that you are saying, right? Like meaning, you may. Let's say we talk about. I mean, we are not really little scared here, but let's say we talk about discipline and we talk about things what we did last episode. And someone is listening and they say like, I want to apply that in my life. So I feel like a responsibility also connected to that because I'm sharing from my own experience what worked. So that's what it's not like a fake motivation
it's
thing.
really, no, I don't think so.
It is things that we experienced and collective wisdom that we bring in from different stages of life. I think it's not many parts I can see that in social media or people I follow. I don't usually see that.
Yeah.
I see like
it's more polarizing.
It's more narrow.
Because that's how the web works now. Because if you like a specific opinion, you will watch that opinion, and then you will get more of that opinion. And yes, we're not that crazy different as three, but I hope we're different enough to have some different perspectives.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's something that we value a lot. We try to not become the same blob of person. But of course, you know, we rub off each other when you
hang
talk
out a lot.
But that's not the topic for today.
All right, 15 minutes.
We're 15 minutes in and we talked about other stuff. The topic is love languages.
Love.
And this is fun. I'm excited about this. And it might sound a little bit scary if you haven't heard what love languages is, but it's a very simple thing. It's how we express love and how we receive love.
Right.
Wow.
That's it. And I'm gonna just start this off. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly, and this is from books and stuff. It's been used a lot when it comes to like I think helping relationships, like marriage counsel. But now I even heard like my wife had this at work.
Wow.
So I guess this is getting really trendy and something that people think works.
Yeah.
And I do.
We talked about it a lot before. Not a lot, but we mentioned that, right? Like between us.
Yeah. For example, you and your wife helped me and my wife when before we got married. We talked about this kind of stuff.
Wow. Married gang.
and
you can come to my to my counseling.
I'm gonna start so everyone is on the same page. Wait, let me drink one sip of water. 1 second.
The book is one book. Should I read the book? Yes, the 5 love languages: How to Express Heartfelt Commitment to Your Mate. Well, Gary Chapman is a book on that, right?
Just search 5 love languages, Gary Chapman, you'll find it.
I think he was the one that invented it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Oh, sorry. Okay. First one is acts of service.
Service.
What is that? Do you guys know what it is?
Means that you feel good by doing something for someone else.
Or when someone else does something for you.
Yes. Okay, let's turn it the other way around. Let's do it all towards yourself now.
Okay, towards
let's
yourself.
be egoistic for a second.
For myself, someone is doing something for me, right?
Yeah.
Meaning, I'm moving homes and you come to help me.
Yeah.
You really shows me, like, that's a love language I receive a lot.
Yeah.
Means a lot.
If you have that love language, you will be like, oh, I feel so loved right now.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is gifts.
Gifts. you give me
Sounds
something,
obvious, right? In the name.
Christmas,
I will love
Christmas is coming.
Yeah,
Christmas,
like gifts, meaningful gifts.
Valentine's gifts.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see some people are big in this. Some people are not so big in this.
Yeah, for sure.
Next one is physical touch,
Hmm.
hugs.
If you touch me,
Is your partner kiss? You know, all this stuff.
touch me.
Some people are bigger on that. Some people are not so
Yeah.
big on that.
Yeah,
Some people don't like to touch.
yeah, man. Some
Yeah.
guys are like
Have you-
soldiers. Like,
Have you ever given
abstract.
one of these hugs, weird hugs? That feels super weird when you give
Yeah,
that
yeah,
hug.
yeah. I was doing the like with I met some new people last week, and I was going for like the handshake, you know, the classic
Yeah.
like what's up, bro?
Boom.
That one. But they give me nothing back, so then it becomes like awkward. Like it feels like I'm attacking them because they are standing there, you know, and it's super weird.
It's
And
super-
did you touch hands or no? Like, is that
Yeah, I go for the hand like this,
Yeah.
but they don't move closer.
okay?
So I'm like trying to do this like bro hug while they just stand still.
And you're
So
kind of
beca-
like hugging the hand
Yeah,
yourself,
yeah,
right? Like,
super weird, super weird. But
anyway, yes, good, yeah.
but that's a whole other subject
Oh,
because
man.
it's not easy to know how are people greeting each other. Like
The thing is and that's the first impression, right?
yeah. Do you know what I always do?
And
I
that's
always
the first impression.
maybe I should not go for, if I don't know someone well, maybe I shouldn't go for the bro hand. You know,
always be the awkward one. Always be the awkward one. Oh, like this.
True,
This is
true.
not advice I normally give, but in these kind of scenarios, I would rather be less touchy than over touchy. Right. So it's like if I'm not sure, I'd rather just do less. Which is this is super funny.
You can learn that from presidents. And
What do you mean?
meaning when they hug or they give the handshakes,
How to do it?
Yeah.
Isn't that
it's
thing
so
that-
weird. Like
Yeah.
it's so
I mean,
many-
Trump
yeah.
had this trick
Trick
where
that he would like pull.
he yeah,
Pull
he-
his guy playing so many games is like I'm like why you doing,
so
bro?
stupid.
It's one with Angela
It's like-
Merkel. Angela Merkel as well. Like
Yeah?
one really weird one. I
That
don't
he
know.
did with her.
I don't know if it was Trump or someone else, but it was like someone was hugging and like really this weird hug
Yeah.
and not really knowing what to touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to find it.
It's like it's like you're at the middle school playground. People are
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of stuff.
yeah, exactly. Wait, what? Where did I
So
stop?
you stopped at
Step at number 4. No, 3.
Yeah, 3.
Physical touch.
Yo,
Okay. And number 4, quality time.
the more time we spend together, the more I love you, or the more I feel connected to you.
Yeah.
Boom.
But what is quality time?
Good conversations,
Yeah.
coffee dates, lunch, dinner.
I think you can like summarize it with attention.
What is quality?
Watching a movie together.
Depends who you ask if that's quality time or not.
Guys, I was listening to this thing. I was listening to this podcast. So which is about this thing, and basically this guy was talking about how most relationships, there are different levels in which they can share things, and the base, like the kind of the least connecting thing you can do is actually entertain yourself together. So watching movies, like watching a movie, so there is no connection. Both of you are participating in something, but that doesn't encourage you to connect with each other. You're connecting with the movies. Then he was like, the next level on top of that is to not to entertain but to educate. So you both learn something together. So if both of you are learning something about the same thing or learning two separate things, and then you talk about what you're learning, you guys get to connect more. Right? Especially when both of you have never done the thing before. So it's like, don't pick like, oh, I'm good at basketball, you're not good at basketball, let's play basketball together. It has to be, I've never played basketball, you've never played basketball, let's play basketball together. In that kind of thing.
That's how I met my wife in uni, learning together. I mean, uni, you learn together the same thing, right?
Exactly. And then he was like, on top of that, then there is like experiences, so shared experiences. So I think shared experiences comes even under education. I think I mixed it up, but shared experiences is like when you do something you guys have never done before together as well. So bungee jumping, doing
classics.
something. I don't know. I'm having
But
random examples.
that's a good point, because the quality time there is not maybe watching the movie, but discussing the movie after.
Exactly.
As an example.
But most people don't actually discuss the movies most times. They just watch, maybe say a few things. Whereas it's like if you get educated together, you kind of have to talk about it, because I think that's the process.
Yeah, you discuss it,
And the last thing was like serving together. Of like when you serve together on the highest level, then it's like chasing something bigger than yourself, but two people together. It's like
Sharing
the deepest
purpose
way.
together,
Exactly. And I was just like, these 4
That's
things,
huge.
I was like, that's like
Huge.
It always feels like a pyramid.
pyramid scheme, guys. The cost, you know the vibe.
It's like a different level.
10K per month, easy. Cash flow.
Oh my goodness.
Buy
Okay.
my course.
No, but-
Okay, we need to get
that's
through.
good, yeah,
Oh, you want to say something
No,
else?
I
about
like
quality
it.
time?
I think it's actually great what you
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
It actually makes you think on like how the quality time. I want to say something on that as well.
Uh-huh.
The top of the pyramid.
What's the top?
when you can share quality time,
Yeah.
silent.
Trust.
You don't need to fill up the gaps, the to fill. But you are both not in your phone,
But just with each other.
But it's interesting because the definition of quality time here it might be different for people then, because here is the definition like what is it called? Undivided attention. That's I know what you're explaining. I think you can, for many people that's also quality time. But here we talk about like quality time is undivided attention. We're having very quality time now because we're like talking to each other intense for an hour.
Yeah.
So that's how they explain it.
Bromance.
What a great thing! Imagine with your partner, with your wife, do a podcast. You have like full and undivided attention for that 1 hour all the time that you do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
No, but I think it's really good. Like undivided. Yeah, maybe it's not watching a movie. Maybe it's not just being silent doing something. Maybe it is more intentional.
Yeah,
but discussing the movie, I was just thinking about the movie example because that's something everyone does.
Yeah,
and I think that's something where I need to be better than after watching the movie, making sure to spend some time talking about it instead of just I'm gonna go.
But I think the thing with movies, honestly, just because like you just run through them, it's so hard to turn that thing into a full conversation unless it's something like Star Wars where you guys are both like, I don't know, fanatics of the entire universe, or like Marvel or something, and it's like, oh my god, I can't wait to see, and then that turns into a full blown.
But you can talk about like, what did you think about the movie?
No, for sure you could talk about it. I just don't think it like that quality time. I don't think is long enough that it has depth to it. Like I think with movies, it's just like after a couple of conversations, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe you say a couple of things back.
For example, with Sheila, with my wife, like I remember like great quality time discussing Mandalorian. It was so well done that you want to talk about it afterwards.
That's the best.
Right?
That's the best.
And then like what's a good example? I remember like that, and when I look back thinking when I watched the Mandalorian, I don't even remember so much the series, but I remember the great time with Sheila.
Wow.
Right?
Quality.
Because was that really good? We were looking forward to it every week.
Have you told her this?
Maybe she can listen to the podcast.
Yeah, now you know if she listens or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we'll know. We'll ask next week.
That's the next season is coming now.
Yeah, right, true. You sent me an image. It's like in March.
Season 3.
Sheesh.
You're gonna be sick picking season 3, right? Every season.
Man, it's so well done.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, last one.
Last one, cool. So that was the 4th one. The 5th one is words of affirmation.
When you tell me words, I'm affirmed.
Exactly.
So how explain that a bit?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's in a simple term, it's compliment.
Yeah. Just
like
compliment.
Words, like things people say that affirm something.
Yeah.
So it could be, oh, Andres, you're making such good coffee.
Yeah.
And then makes you feel like, makes me take that as a love language.
You feel loved.
Yeah.
Some people don't care about
what you say.
That like because also talking and stuff can be culture, right? So we talked about this a lot. Like Germans maybe don't say like, "Oh my goodness, this is so good!" Like you did the best coffee I ever tried. You know, they would be like, "It's okay."
Yeah, and that's awesome.
So maybe I'm wondering if love language is cultural also. Then
I think also as you were reading this right now, I thought about like some part of it could be easier influenced by your culture.
Definitely.
Because let's pick up the movie topic. Really funny story. When I came moved to Berlin, right? You know that?
That's a good one.
Moved to Berlin. Just met recently new friends. They invited me to go to the movies. I think it was like 5 to 6 people, and we went to the movies. Potsdamer Platz. They had a kino before.
Yeah, it was a great one.
It was the best. I missed that so much. Went to watch a movie. Movie finished. I quickly go use the bathroom. Come out.
They all gone.
All gone.
Bro.
All gone. I'm like, what happened?
Where's the hangout?
Where's the commenting on the movie? Where's the drink afterwards to talk about?
Where's the companionship?
Yeah.
Where's the love?
And I was like, oh wow, is that a culture shock that I'm having right now? Like, and I was like, just recently moved to Berlin, so I realized, okay, that's different. Like in Spain, I would like hang out for
at least
an extra
3,
hour,
4 hours,
or half an hour at least.
Yeah.
But no one would just leave, and you're in the bathroom. And you come out, and it's like, where's everyone?
So
anyway,
funny.
it's not against the culture, but if you don't know it, it's not. If you come from a different culture, it's not normal. But if you grew up here, maybe that's normal.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe that for me, like if I would think about quality time, if that would be my love language, then I would think like, wow, these people are really like.
But that makes me think I'm wondering if it is really strong into the culture. I'm wondering if people would enjoy their life much more if they would move to a different culture that fits their love language more. Is that a
Isak,
thing?
are you dropping some bars here?
Is that a thing?
I think so. I think so.
My mom is an example, I think.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I think she's more. We always joke with my siblings, like we say, like she's the more Spanish of all of us,
Yeah.
and she's German, right?
Yeah.
but her way of it fits so much more with Spanish culture. She loves it. She loves the loud, touchy, the late dinners. She just loves it so much.
Yeah. I think so.
That's
as
so
well.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
wonder how many people of us, how many of us that are stuck in a culture that we have a hard time with.
yeah, guys, it's like, I think it's really nice. For example, with basketball, it's like, if you're Steph Curry, you shoot. Why are you going to a team that they don't shoot the ball? You know? Go to a team that plays to your strengths. Shoot the ball.
It's like Haaland in City right now, you know?
This guy,
If you
they're
guys follow
feeding
football.
him. They're just feeding him all the ball. Well, that's why he's scoring like he.
Well,
Well, that's not
but
necessarily true.
my point is that he's doing really well because the team is not playing the play style that fits him the best.
Really?
They're like a slow build-up passing team, but he does the best in this like quick back and forth long balls, and he's not getting that right now.
Yeah.
But we're talking about someone that is still the best, but could be better. you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
Side point.
Yeah, no, but the whole thing was the culture. I think can influence as well how
Yeah.
we see the love languages, right?
Man, I
Yeah.
haven't thought about that. That it's interesting because I always feel like I don't miss Sweden at all, like zero. And Germany is similar, but what I do like about Germany is not German culture. It's the Berlin culture of being very international. You know, a lot of just like meeting a lot of different people, hang out in groups.
That's facts.
Things like a city culture, right?
City
more
culture.
more than country, because Berlin is quite different than
Yeah.
normal German culture. Or if you go to Barcelona, you're gonna find like quite different than normal regional
Yeah.
Right.
Spanish culture. Or London, right? They could be quite similar.
True.
City
that's
culture.
true.
Yeah, I think if we like city, we could probably move to any city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
and we'll be
that's
fine.
true.
The basics are there. Like
Apart from some crazy cities, but yeah.
I don't know about Lagos. I heard that's huge.
Yeah, Lagos is crazy. Lagos is crazy. 20 million.
20 million. That's double Sweden. You know,
Yeah,
Mm.
man.
that 2 Sweden,
Crazy.
bro.
Anyway, I wanted to ask you guys. So, what are your love languages? Have we all
okay.
done the
Yeah.
test?
Okay,
Since
so
you've mentioned
I'm
them.
leading this conversation. I'm kidding.
Driver's seat.
No,
The
so
drivers.
that's my next point. But first, before we get into that point, I just wanted to say like it can be fun if you guess our love languages, the listeners.
Okay.
So if the listeners take 1 second and then you guess what love language we have,
Yeah.
and then we can get into it. That's pretty much it.
Can I say what love language do you like to receive or
yeah,
to
so
give?
the love
Exactly.
languages are
What you
only
like to
about
receive.
what you receive, but usually you give.
What
right?
you like to
You
receive.
give what you want to receive,
Yeah.
and that's often where this tension happens.
Yeah.
Because the
Because I
person-
keep, maybe I have gift language. I keep giving these gifts, and this other person just looks at me like,
Why are you
"Why are you wasting my
I have
time?"
to say I have two different ones.
Okay.
So people can guess which one do I like to receive and which one do I like to give.
Yeah, true. Okay, important. There is a test to do this.
Yeah.
This is a test.
I think we all done it.
Yeah,
but
can we
maybe
put it? We can put the link there on the
Yeah, sure.
description as well.
Add a test.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I'll need to find a test.
When like a couple of years ago, my wife came with us for Christmas, and then she did that test with all my all my brothers. It's so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
But they are different.
We spent like the dinner went for 3 hours that day. Like everyone doing the test and
Yeah.
talking about it. It was really fun.
Oh, that's good. Those are
Yeah.
things that help families get together. Quality time.
But I think as a listener, you can probably guess at least one of the biggest ones for you. You can
Yeah.
probably guess without having to do a test.
That's true.
Yeah.
Kind of what do you enjoy?
Yeah.
What do you enjoy? And when do you feel the most loved in a relationship, in a friendship, whatever?
For sure. For sure.
Okay, so that brings us into that interesting question of Joshua. When do you feel the most loved out of these 5
I
languages?
I think for me, the love languages are, I think on top of the marks is probably like words of affirmation. So I've done the test. I've done the
You're
test.
egoistic and
Exactly. Narcissistic. Completely just like exactly. That's just how I am. And then under that is quality time.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like under that is like quality time.
But you are like really the type of person that that, for example, for you, if I give you words of like challenge,
I'll be affirmed. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that you
What
would
is-
translate any words into
Any words?
affirmation.
No, but I think I'm more
You
of
just want
like
words?
no affirmation, just words. Just
Yeah.
words. No, but I think it's most times also I think the words are powerful, but is what makes them more powerful is the meaning behind the words. Because also people say a lot of
Right.
nice
Yeah,
things
yeah,
but have
yeah.
no meaning behind them.
Understand?
Whereas someone could say the most horrible things. Like, and if I believe that your intention behind saying those horrible things were good and were in my best interest, funnily enough, those words hit the most because they might be hard, but like for me, it's not hard because like I'm really good at filtering through tough like conversations. Like you could tell me the worst things,
Yeah.
and I would still be like, oh my god, that was super.
Because that was
lesson.
my question. Because we talked about this before, and
Exactly.
you say like, just tell me the truth. Just tell me
Yeah.
the
Just
truth.
tell me. Just say it. Just
So
say it.
warm and fuzzy is not words of affirmation for you. Means words with meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
That-
Words with
yeah.
meaning.
Okay.
That's so interesting because I think I have words of affirmation, not the top, but maybe second, third. And for me, I think it's more you need to cover everything in some honey.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like it. I mean, but it's good. Good. I think
Yeah.
like it's really good also to listen that way. For me, I have two different ones. One that I like to receive, and one that is my super clear love language on giving someone else.
So you're receiving and giving is different.
Yeah.
Is that because of Sheila?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Can be. It's
I-
true.
I need to check it again, but for me, like the main thing to receive is quality time.
Okay.
Like when you say undivided attention, I like to do something with someone that we're having a good time, and it could be doing something together. I think more like how I say it, we're doing something like this podcast. We're doing something together.
Yeah.
Go karting, we're doing something together. Like these things are the things that I enjoy the most, but also it's not that I need to be with people all the time, but when I'm with people,
You want to really be there.
exactly, doing something. It could be like just having a conversation, but it's a great time together, right?
Yeah.
But then giving, I like to give act of service, doing something for
yeah.
someone.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, I would go to help you move, build a shelf, do something that helps you.
True. You brought croissants.
Bring croissants,
That's
right?
part
Like
of
that's
that,
something
yeah.
for me. Like I'm really bringing you my best love language to you guys.
That's true.
Interesting.
That's true.
But that's why I say. But I don't think I feel the same when someone does something for me.
for me.
It's like,
But
oh,
that's
great.
very interesting thing because is that a behavior that you learned because you know people like it?
That's true.
Because if you don't care that much about it, why do you do it to others?
Exactly. And it could also just be because you've gotten used to giving that to people because you've been married so long.
No, I think no. Like, no, I think it's more because I like doing things.
Okay.
Like maybe let's say I also enjoy.
Do you think there's a small part of like egoistic there that you want to actually be
I think if you put the balance,
appreciated?
in one extreme of the balance, people pleasing, and the other extreme egoistic, I would lean towards the egoistic part.
Yeah. That
So
makes sense.
So there's something really good, but you also want to be thanked for it.
Not thanked, but at
No,
least
but I feel good doing it.
doing it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You know,
okay.
so it makes me, it's rewarding for me to do it.
Yeah.
Like
But
the
like-
same thing with building the
Right,
motorcycle
right,
thing.
right.
I feel
Exactly.
good doing it.
Yeah.
But if I can do it for someone else, then I have like this kind of, I'm doing it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a pyramid. No, but what I did, what I did want to add to what Andres is saying is that like I think that's super interesting because even a lot of the things we do generally are also very egoistic. Because think about it, even people who have kids, most times like I don't think ego is a bad thing. Like we talked about this before of like it's healthy if it's managed properly to a certain degree. Like the things that we do and the things that we push, even when we give, there is a certain amount of it of like how you feel about giving or how you feel about. There is a me
Yeah.
part in it, and I think it's very interesting how everybody's trying to shy away from that. But I think actually playing towards that, as long as it's in a healthy manner, is super helpful.
Exactly. I'm not saying it in a way that is unhealthy,
Yeah.
but I think if I check myself, am I
Before you
doing,
wreck yourself.
exactly, am I doing this because I want them to be happy with me? I'm like, well, no, it's not
Yeah.
really that. Maybe for other people could be like leaning towards that, and that's why they do it. But for me, it's like I just feel good doing it, right?
Yeah.
But that's the point we also always say that like you can't give anything that you don't have yourself. So that's like the egoistic part. You have to first maybe learn something, or you have to
Yeah.
first have something
Yeah.
before you can start like.
And-
sharing it with others.
And also with that, like I'm not doing it to expect anything from the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so
But
I'm-
if you didn't have anything,
Mhm.
then maybe you would do it to
Exactly,
to
yeah.
oh, if I do this, maybe I
Yeah.
will get some more in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
future.
yeah.
if my starting point would be a bit unhealthy on that, maybe it would be that attached to something on exchange.
Mm.
That's true.
So I don't know, like it's really interesting talking with you guys on that because.
Yeah.
But I think like if you ask Sheila as well, like she would tell you like
Yeah.
actor service is super clear since like
Interesting.
Yeah.
years since before uni. Like
Yeah.
I know doing something for someone else
Yeah.
it makes me like I feel I don't know somehow I feel rewarded. I feel like really even if you don't say thanks or anything, I
Yeah.
just feel like
Yeah, that's
that I'm
true.
doing something
I
helps.
mean, you,
Mm-hmm.
like I think most of us wants to feel useful, right?
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
like you feel
yeah,
Yeah.
feel useful, like you do
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, Sheila has the facts, guys. Sheila has
yeah,
the
ask her,
facts.
yeah.
Is do you know like it's interesting? Do you know her love language? What's her biggest?
Yep. Which
Sorry to put you on the spot. I was thinking, is actor service on her list even?
I think we share the same quality time thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
exactly. That makes life easy.
And what she likes to give, I don't know, maybe it's the same or yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think what
Okay.
she likes to receive is also quality time. She can correct me if she's listening to this, but she's not here right now.
She
So,
said- She can send a comment.
Therefore, Andrew
Yeah.
stands.
yeah, no, but I think it's the same quality time and then giving. I don't know. She has all of the love languages.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think that's a good point. I
Yeah.
think everyone has a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
I'm happy that she doesn't have the gifts one is
Mhm.
not on top of her list.
bro.
It's quite low. It's
Yeah.
probably the last one.
Expensive.
So I mean, same for me, which is works really good. We forget
That's
about
true.
birthdays, gifts. I'm like, well, right, whatever. Like we don't really care about that. As if you forget that, spend good time together.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
None of our arguments has ever come
Because of gifts.
because of gifts,
yeah.
but has most of them has come because of
Not spending enough time.
all the time we have together. Some
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Mm. Facts. That's also true. That could be a good way to diagnose where your relationship is. You know, how
Mm.
where are you guys standing in relation to, you know, your love ideal of language. That's
Mhm.
pretty.
Yeah.
I never thought
That's
about it
very
like that. Yeah, that's true.
And because I was laughing also because my top one is spending time. So
Mhm.
I was laughing. Maybe that's the reason why we are doing a podcast.
Yeah.
You know, because I think we all you had it. You think yours is second.
Second, yeah.
So we all had it in like quite high.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess if we didn't have that so high, maybe we wouldn't do podcast together.
Exactly.
It's a lot of time.
Joshua's using his two ones, the words and quality time in the podcast.
You're affirming
Right.
us.
Affirmation.
So you're getting the affirmation.
You're getting the
from us?
information and getting
Yeah.
the quality time.
Oh, this
Guys,
it's the best combo.
buy the course. No. Okay, but that makes sense. That's very interesting. Cool.
Yeah, and yeah. So I think I have quality time is top,
On top.
and then second I think words of affirmation also.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think I don't know. It's just there's something like that. Like if someone says I'm good, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And something like that's also what drives me a lot at work. It's not always good, but like if I do something, I want to share it quickly to get
quick feedback.
Mm.
feedback.
Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
want to have good feedback.
Yeah.
But
For
sometimes you
Yeah,
don't get
yeah,
good feedback, and then you have to get
Yeah.
over that and do the next thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But I realized that, and I can see in a lot of like friends that are really good artists, they have the opposite thing. So they're so much better. For example, music, they're so good at music, but they can't release anything. They never release anything.
Yeah.
And I do something crap music thing, and then I just release it.
Yeah.
So I think there's like pros and cons to both. You know, the pro is that maybe I will learn what works quicker,
Mhm.
and the con is with the other one is that no one will ever hear it,
Yeah.
even though it's much better.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
true. That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
No, I know what you mean because a lot of people like also when it comes with art and anything like it's more like cautious than releasing quickly
Yeah.
because you want to think about it. You want,
Mhm.
but also if you think too much, you never.
You never
And
really
also,
never do
no
anything.
one remembers your bad work,
Mhm.
Bro,
right?
Nobody
In
remembers.
5 years, no one's gonna remember. Oh, he made a bad song 5 years ago.
But they
That's why I
will
don't listen to
remember.
him.
They remember the good ones.
Yeah, if you release anything good.
One quick question. What do
Yeah.
you guys think? Do you think there are stereotypes on love languages? So, for example, like, do you guys think a lot of guys tend to have the same love languages, and a lot of girls, for example, tend to have the same love languages? Obviously, we're all different, and Daisy, for example, like you could say Isak and I is words of affirmation or quality time or whatever, but to what degree that is completely different, right? Like me being super, whatever word you say, as long as it's affirming, right? And then, for example, with Isak, but the point I'm trying to make is that, do you guys think there are similarities for people with whatever love languages, and which ones do you think? So, for example, if we said most guys, what do you think the average guy's love languages? That's hard to pick, obviously.
I haven't seen any stats, so I don't know if it's a gender thing even,
It might not even be a gender thing.
But I mean, you always have the classic, that which I think applies to most guys, is that when you hang out, you usually want to do something, something to talk. I don't know if it's a love language. I think maybe there's something different, but you want to do something active, like just sitting down like we do might not be so easy for everyone if you don't know each other. Like, hey, come over and just sit in the sofa and talk.
Exactly, and I think like I haven't seen any stats, but it would be interesting. But for example, you also would never connect in general cliches. It's like, oh, guys, they don't like talking so much, and girls like talking. But look, we're here talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I think it's also like it depends.
We do talk a lot.
Talk a lot, and also so I don't think sometimes these things are, I don't know how accurate they are.
Yeah.
Like that stats.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
I think
interesting.
Because it is such a personal thing. So like, I don't think that will help anyone. But what does help is asking your friend, or I don't know, depends. Maybe it's gonna be too awkward for you to ask, hey Joshua, what's your love language? How can I love you more?
If you want a good icebreaker at uni this week,
so I honestly could probably work.
Awkward 101.
Imagine like sitting there, like, can I ask you a question?
How can I express love?
Bro, you're just going to, you know how heartless mechanical engineering students are?
Bro, I'm a
Like,
programmer. I
these
know
guys-
my coworkers.
I'm sure. You just don't like,
I know it.
guys.
The next time you have buddy on your work project,
Yeah.
before we keep going, can I ask you, before I send you this email, like this, I would like to know what your love language, to know which direction of, I mean, sounds stupid, right? But I have to say, I told you, like with my siblings, with my brothers, we had the best conversation out of, even if you start for fun, but then you always see some truth connected to it, and you always see yourself and someone, even if it's making fun of it at the beginning. But I think it makes you think a bit more than just like randomly and not talking about it.
That's true.
Really, you can ask Sheila. Like, we had the best time. We were like for 3 hours on a restaurant until they were closing and asked us to leave.
Yeah.
That's what we had. Like, everyone looking in the phones for the love language, doing the test right there. And my sister was loving it because we are 4 brothers and 1 sister.
Yeah.
And for her to have Sheila there, it's like the best partners. Now we can ask all my brothers of love languages. I always want to do that for years.
Now that's good. I think, I this week I started, or 2 weeks ago, I've been every week I'm sending 7 people texts of like encouragement, just encouraging them and just saying, hey, what's up? If you need anything,
nice.
I'm there to help. I can't do everything. Like, the text literally says,
I didn't get a text.
Yeah, I haven't sent you yet.
Me neither,
We're low on the list then. Okay,
Oh,
all right,
no, guys, I spend a lot of quality time with you,
Yeah,
So,
you do.
But I'm texting people that maybe I haven't seen them or talk to them in a while. I'm just like, hey man, hope you're doing good. Just checking in. If you need anything, can't do everything, but whatever I can do, I definitely will be able to help. Just so you could check in. And then I sent a couple of texts to some of my uni guys. The most awkward responses of all time.
What did they say? Okay.
They were like, yeah, man, I believe in you too. It was just like very interesting because you realize it as well. This thing that we talk about, like people being encouraging, sending words of affirmation. Guys, at least, especially in those, it's really not common.
You never learn to do that.
They maybe never heard anything that their whole life, and then this random Yosha from uni texts them like, I believe in you, bro.
Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
Like, what?
But I also think it's like,
Is he hitting on me?
Talking about stereotypes, I think it's quickly then to go into, that's Joshua because he comes from Nigeria. Maybe it's normal for him to do that in his culture, right? And I think that's something that can be quickly misunderstood, or like, because I think you can learn that in any culture.
Yeah,
it's not to do with right. So it's more, I don't know. I just thought like it's interesting. If I receive that from you, and I don't receive that from anyone else, it could be quickly going towards, maybe Joshua, Nigeria, they do that all the time. Right?
Yeah.
Or if you, let's say the opposite, you receive from me like, the Spanish guy.
Yeah, like I could see the possibility. I think for me, how I was thinking, it was like, if relationships are important, and genuinely I do care about these people, and like the truth is that, like we talked about when we were like how to text and write people, I'm not really good at like randomly texting for no, but I also believe that good relationships can continue where they stopped off. Like my best friends, we don't talk all the time, but when we talk, it's like we just kick off from where we stopped off. And I think for me, it's like I can still care about someone and not talk to you a lot, but once we start talking, it's like, what do you need? I'm there for you, you know? And I think, but that's an example of like.
But it is interesting seeing like, because now when you listen to this or after we talk, you can also like think about your friends or your partner, like kind of if you see some signs, because I have this one friend that I have only known for like some months, but already like I gotten like 2 gifts out of nowhere, and I'm like, it's so funny because I would never do that. Yeah. But I think it's a really nice thing, and I can imagine or guess that this person has gifts as one of the love languages.
Yeah, right.
Probably.
Right. Yeah.
We give what we like to receive. That's a fact.
Great thing with Swedish is like, I'm never expecting anything from you, so anything that you do is already like, wow.
That's crazy.
Because
shots fired.
But it's so true. Because I like this. That's something that I learned later in life. Because I think about it, like growing up with my friends. I think there was zero encouragement. At least not obvious encouragement. I think there was almost zero. It was more of it's a very sarcastic tone in Swedish culture, I would say. It's a lot of fun, like me making fun of you in a sarcastic way, like you being late, and I was like, oh bro, you're so early today, you know, that kind of stuff, all the time, every day, all the time. Yeah. And then you know, after time you realize maybe you didn't encourage each other at all or ever.
But I think a lot of friendships are like that, and funny enough, I think that's how a lot of friendships die, in my opinion. Especially the older you get. I think when you're younger, it's fine. But one thing at least our parents always were like instilling in us the entire time is that we make sure that we always come from the encouraging side, because you don't know the day that you like crack a sarcastic joke and then it actually hits. And then it's like, then you just like,
last
like
that is a funny story. Moving to Berlin, this friend Alberto from Colombia, I knew him for like half a year or something, and he asked me one night, we were hanging out, he was like, oh, do I look good today? I was like, nah, you don't look that good today, you know, like a sarcastic tone. And then I never realized, we just continued the day, and I never realized that he probably had no idea I was sarcastic. He probably thought that he was ugly. I was like, that's so bad. I didn't think about it, because that's what I would like. That's how you respond. At least with my friends in Sweden, you don't respond like, "Oh, you look so good today." You look like, "Nah, you're ugly," or whatever, you know.
Exactly, and I think that's the thing, you know. And the day that it hits, it just straight through the heart, you know.
So funny,
bro. But these are all love languages and ways to communicate with friends, with family, with. I think managing relationships are all the same. There's a lot of different depth to different ones, and I think you gain experience with age.
He's pointing for the audio listeners. He said you gain experience with age and pointed at Anders.
No, it's true, but it's like, for example, Anders has experience in different types of relationships. So he has like, now he has friends, girlfriend, wife, baby. Right?
He doesn't
managing
not at the same time.
Not at the same
one
time.
One wife, 0 girlfriends.
It's a pyramid again.
Guys. Pyramid. No, but
exactly. He gone through all those experiences.
Exactly, he's gone through all those experiences. But also the thing is that like now you have those experiences in the bag and you know how to, you know, apply them in different scenarios. Like I don't have experiences, you know, in managing relationship with a baby. Obviously, I think like I like sure. No, but it's true. Like I like your thought because it's super honoring towards me. So I like it.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a second language here, love language. But I think that not many people your age thinks like that, or realizes that too. How can I learn from someone that's a bit further ahead of me? Maybe because maybe people don't have like great examples around them. But if I look back to myself, I was maybe not that like that so much neither. Right, when I was 20 or 22. So I think like it's a really good way. That's why I enjoy the podcast a lot, because I think like it's not that I have all the wisdom here to bring, but maybe some things that we can learn from. I learn from you, and you learn from me, and it's gonna be at different levels. Maybe you're learning. I can say something on relationships that you don't need to go through, and maybe I can learn something on the way you think with what you have right now, with the pressure from social media that I didn't have before. That helps me understand as well how you behave or where you come from, right? Like I think it's really
theory and living it is two different things.
Yeah.
And that's why it's really interesting, because you can have all the theory, but listening to someone that lived it for 10 years, they probably gonna have the same theory in the end, but you have all the reasons why maybe it didn't work to apply it there and so on and so on. I think it's super interesting.
Yeah, there's evidence.
Yeah,
exactly. That's true.
All right, we didn't done 50 minutes. I think, are we done with love languages?
Is there anything else that we have even getting? If you want to know, just do the test, read the book.
Yeah.
Even if you don't read the book, the test is
never
great.
read the book.
I didn't read the
I talked about this for years now, but
So
I never read the book.
I'm the only one here that's read the book.
Yeah, bro.
Wow, I'm the only one that is not married and have read the book.
Bro, what is
wow,
it?
guys,
because you need it.
I'm leaving now. Wow,
we did a 1 hour
crazy.
podcast just looking at images, so you don't need to read the book.
That's crazy.
No,
That's
but the
crazy.
test gives you at least read the summary.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
summary and the test. It helps you a
Because it
lot
helps
already.
you with like, okay, what can you do to, for example, if you have a friend or a partner that has gifts, like how do you apply that?
Yeah.
Like I know Xiao has gifts quite high, so I need to work
Step
on
up.
that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what to do. I just need to get flowers. But do I do it? No. So you know what I need
Step
to
it
do.
up. Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll find out if Shao is listening to the podcast as well.
She's definitely, but she's a little bit late maybe, so I'll have time to.
Yeah, by the time she hears, she's like,
Yeah,
oh,
with
5
flowers.
bouquets of flowers already. Isak came in strong.
All
No,
right.
that's good.
Okay, but thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Before we end, we're always going to do sick pick. But before the sick picks, I'm going to run to the toilet. But
Great.
one of you guys, you can start.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, as Isak disappears, maybe we can continue talking.
Yeah.
I think if we start stick picks, we'll probably finish before he's back. So
No, I think we can have a challenge here.
yeah. So my sick pick is this app is called Go Transfer. So I've been trying to transfer money to Nigeria consistently, and basically before you could use my N26 bank to just transfer directly, and I've been trying to find a way to transfer money to Nigeria, and it's been so hard because like the Nigerian government is preventing people selling naira for dollar, which is what actually happens, right? Exchange it, because they want to make sure that people are keeping their money in naira, so the value of the currency doesn't continue going down, because it's been going down rapidly over the last 2 years now since the pandemic. The world just went through this whole recession, but it hits the third world countries worse because their economy is a lot worse than Western countries. Anyway, summary of that is that I found this app is called Go Transfer. It works really well. You can use from your Europe account to transfer. I'm not sure if it works for other countries, but I definitely know for Nigeria. And that helps because like normally other countries, there are so many platforms that help, but Nigeria in particular is so hard. So I think that helps. If you are Nigerian or you want to send money to Nigeria, I think that really helps. I definitely would stand by them. It's worked a lot of times and it happens like same day. I'm like, wow,
It's Go Transfer.
It's Go and transfer.
Yeah.
Go Transfer.
Because in Spain, I heard from my family they used Visum.
Visum.
I don't know how to write.
Yeah.
But they told me because I never had it.
Yeah.
But they I think it works for South America, Spain, something like that. I don't know all the countries, but Go Transfer is specifically for Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if they do any other countries, but I know they do Nigeria for sure. And I know Nigeria is a big headache. Like I don't know how much of a headache other countries are, but I think especially because of the central bank blocking other banks from participating in transfers, I think that's why I think they are really good. I think what they do is they already have naira, a lot of naira, and then they are the ones basically being the middleman, which is a big problem. So, and there are no fees, so it's like super. It's nice. Yeah.
Nice. What is it called? The
Go Transfer.
Go Transfer.
It's just Go.
So you have to use that because other apps didn't work for Nigeria.
Yeah, exactly. Even banks don't work. So, for example, if you like from N26, you could before transfer money directly to like a Nigerian bank. So the same way you could just pick the currency and then it would go. Basically on the app in N26, if you pick Nigeria, it says you can't transfer to Nigeria because the central bank of Nigeria has prevented that and that and that.
They don't want your money.
Nah, because they need to keep the money in
They
naira.
want your money,
But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Mine is quick. Since we are in Berlin, non-Berliners.
yeah.
Food. So it's good to see pick.
Wait, are you stealing my picture now?
Hey.
Wait, what?
Did you say that before that you're gonna see pick that?
No, I didn't. But I was thinking about what I should say.
Is that what we ate this week?
No, wait. Which one is yours?
We had dinner this week at my place.
No, go. You pick. You pick.
Good.
You
So
pick.
this is if you like
True.
if you like Korean fried chicken,
Yes.
Kokio.
Kokio. Yeah,
Kokio is the best. It's been proven by everyone that I that tried that is the best you
It's
can
proven.
try.
Yeah, proven. Scientists.
proven.
It's
facts.
proven. It's
Yeah,
proven.
yeah. Research.
I haven't tried anything else that is as good.
Really?
Berlin.
Even angry
That's
chicken?
true. The fried chicken is so good.
Yeah,
Even angry chicken and the other
No,
one?
angry chicken
it doesn't come close.
Bro,
It doesn't.
not even
Nothing comes close to it.
Bro,
Even
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Bringing up
Jeez,
them.
oh my
No.
god, you guys are taking this
No, no.
personal. Oh my god.
it's a new sauce they have right now. It's like
Yes.
sour spicy, right?
Spicy sour, yeah.
Mm.
Spicy sour,
So
which
good.
you can only order when you are there.
Mm.
It's not on
Smart.
Volt. Yeah.
That's why there's like such a big line.
Yeah.
Kokio, you can come if you haven't tried.
Do they only have one location?
They need to open a new one.
Makes no sense, but
Yeah, bro.
They need to open a big one.
They don't want to grow.
I must say I would recommend to share one portion. You will be a little bit sad that it's not enough, but eating one portion alone is way too much, from my opinion.
Can I tell you a hack here? The hack I do now.
But that's your hack? Okay, go tell me,
Right.
tell me.
I do boneless chicken
Mm-hmm.
without fries.
Mm-hmm.
So they do that and they put like 2 extra pieces of chicken.
Okay, nice.
And then I order fries apart.
Mm.
Okay.
And then from that I can eat for 2 people.
Mm. And then
think
you
that
take
works.
half home.
Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
It's maybe a bit more
Okay,
expensive.
that makes sense because 2 people would be 24.50,
Mhm.
but what you're
Yeah,
doing is maybe like 16.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just goes down and it's kind of like you don't need to eat. So I did it last time when we ate this week.
I like
That
how
was
you
good.
think. Yeah,
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 I learned that from my friend Ben.
from your food friend Ben.
Ben.
Then
Okay, so I'm also gonna sick pick a restaurant in Berlin. This is the so if
we
you
need
don't
to get
live
sponsors. Like I don't get it. Why just give
yeah
these guys
honestly
free?
right. If you don't live in Berlin, next time you're here,
Yeah.
you come eat some food, eat some Kokio, and I want to sick pick a burger. It's a chicken burger,
Mm.
but what is the name of it? You know exactly which one I mean.
Yeah, I know which one. Pfefferberg
Yeah, okay, so
Food Market. Let me check.
you go to Pfefferberg Markthalle,
Yeah.
which is also, I sick picked a restaurant from this place before, which is the Taqueria El Oso,
Mhm.
which is best tacos in Berlin. I was there yesterday, and the line for the tacos was from the taco stand all the way out the door.
Wow.
And I was like, I've never been there on a Friday before, but that was crazy. But what I want to sick pick is this a hack because it's beside the tacos,
Mhm.
but no one knows about it, so there's no line.
Mm.
But it's an amazing chicken burger
Okay.
with some Indian spices.
Wow, Indian.
It's not, but it's not what you expect when I say that in your head. But
Yeah.
it has some Indian spices.
Nice.
The fries were surprisingly good. Yeah, I don't know if it's cultural appropriate.
I'm trying to find the message from Ben because Ben also sent me
but
that one.
but
yeah.
yeah, Joshua, tell us a good story while I'm finding this.
No, so guys,
Wait a second, I got it.
No.
almost.
if you
I
want-
got it.
He got
Yeah?
it.
This one, right?
Yes, Gully Burger.
Yeah. Nice.
Sorry, it took a while, but it's
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Gully Burger.
Guys.
I ate there with Andres once, and then I ate there yesterday also, and it
Yeah.
was very good.
Yeah, locations in the description.
Yeah.
Just you'll find it.
Pfefferberg.
Yeah.
And one chicken burger is 10 euros,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't need, honestly, you don't need anything
It's
else.
great.
So you get a whole meal for 10 euros.
Spices are really nice, right?
Super nice.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
huge chicken in there.
Nice.
And that's all I have to say. That's my sick pick. I get so hungry now. I want to eat lunch.
Let's go eat. Yeah.
There's a huge chicken in there, guys.
Yeah. All right. That's
Right,
all
guys.
for this love language
Yeah, exactly.
podcast.
Summary,
Thanks.
just like
Summary. So you want
there's no summary. There's no summary. Just like pyramid scheme.
Exactly. Get to the top. That's what we learned today. Thanks for
All right.
watching, listening. See you next week.
Ciao.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Ciao.